the Feast, the Ezreal can be your consistent DPS. I probably still prefer WE's flexibility in the comp, and I think they've probably got a bit more consistent damage, even if they are...
It would also steal so much of your AD. You end up losing AD Brawler to AD Brawler fights very, very heavily.
And that's pretty unusual, because Viego is normally pretty good as Taeyun. Going to get eating a lot of damage there. Throws down the Valkyrie. It's a long cooldown early. The Shy caught inside the Dark Procession. There's ghouls everywhere. They're the Pandas! Not the Pandas! Karis is in mid lane. And they'll get another kill there as well.
JJ gets that first real...
There's the chunk onto Karis. And again, we saw this a little bit the other day from a few teams in... Well, we've seen this just in general around the world, in LEC, in LPL, where people using this Annie ult pretty aggressively for chunk for wave clip.
Rookie has a stun back up. No flash now.
Rookie going to be jumped on here. Doesn't have the flash. Stunned up with the Rune Prison, and WE get one back quite happily.
That was nice that Rookie thought he had a bit of a safe window. Didn't because of that flash. More of a tank top lane player. Potential contest for this bot side. Pushing in bot lane first just to make sure that there's a wave under turret. Now going towards the dragon itself.
They get that engage on down. They'll get some damage. It doesn't really lead to too much there. I need to see whether the Trundle is matching skins with the Cho'Gath as well. If we got ourselves Fright Night / Broken Covenant for the kind of cool, synergistic, spooky skins. Does his best to get that wave shoved topside. Cube actually getting shoved under this turret here. Mako goes around.
Without the Maiden.
Coming in, it's going to get tricky.
Without the Maiden, he can't push up nearly as much. Mako flashes over.
Shield of Daybreak, flash in trade. Cube will get hit instead by a pillar and a Zenith Blade and gets chomped, and that should just be a kill. Getting a decent amount of healing back, but it's just nowhere near enough. And that's another kill for IG.
Zug Zug meet Zug Zug. Yorick and Trundle, both champions that love to...
Why I decided, oh, Halo Blades. I've been watching too much Baus. That's what's happening. JJ finds a good pillar. Gets the stun on down afterwards. Does Annie and Cube again with no flash. Nowhere really to run. Monkey tries to come on in and then has to back away himself. Throws down the Harrow Path and speeds himself away, but this Yorick is being well attacked by Invictus Gaming right now.
There might be an ult angle from Monkey there onto Rookie. JJ kind of shield out his mid laner. Good pillar. Well, I mean, you can just chomp this out, can't
you? Flash away, baits it, gets the stun, Solar Flare after, and Monkey eats the bait.
4-kill Trundle for JJ. Having a magnificent game in this second of the series into W. There is a teleport coming behind them now. They will spot it coming out. Rookie has no flash now. Is anyone else going to teleport? Rookie teleporting to safety.
He just gets out. They don't manage to do that last game to WE, but they succeed here. JJ chomps down the wall. Flash for the Magnet Storm. I think JJ may well be traded back here. Still running as fast as he can. The Ignite on down. Isn't enough! Frozen Domain of the Morning Mist isn't in range either!
The Shy does it in game 1, JJ in game 2. Slippery players make it out of the play. And WE, there is the power of friendship with them. There is this hype story of underdogs making it through into top 4. But they're up against Invictus Gaming, who've never really cared for a narrative or two in their life. They just like to outplay.
Feral Scream and a Rupture. The Shy's going to try and stand and deliver at least a little bit here. There is no ult on Monkey quite yet. The Shy doing his best to trade back, but he is eating damage after damage after damage, even with the Hollow Radiance. I think he is surely just dead. Oh, no, that got close, didn't it? 3 seconds on the ult. Not enough time for the Shy to bring that one back for a feast, and I got excited too early.
IG, still have a lot of time in hand, though, because W took so long killing the Cho'Gath, and they also did use double ultimates to do so with the Realm Warp, and, of course, the Heartbreaker as well. They should get themselves towards the Dragon. Cube getting turret plates on top side is annoying for worst champions in the jungle from behind the game. You need your team then to let you into a reset, and the rest of the team is not exactly doing the best either. Mako having a fantastic game, has flash and ult.
Oh, Solar Flare lands into the Zenith Blade, into the Shield of Daybreak, into overcoming JJ, who throws down the Subjugate. Karis caught just on the wrong side of the pillar. But it doesn't matter because the chomp comes on through and he dies regardless. Ulting up the wall. Dagala, that's an interesting pick. Has got flash, was not expecting that. Maybe forced to burn it. Decides not to, interestingly. Thinks he wouldn't have survived afterwards. Monkey now with the body stolen. Gets hit by the stun. No, Monkey!
Monkey gets his first reset and immediately dies, and Taeyun has no Valkyrie. He gets it now. Luckily, comes back off cooldown.
I don't think they can. They can keep hunting for more. The Zenith Blade and the slow. And he burns out his Xie, claims it off the red buff. The sad B emote feels very apt this game.
The champion which carried WE to this might be the 7th player to do so if IG somehow win with only kills on the Trundle, which would be... That'll be aura farming in playoffs this deep into it.
Very much so. The Shy running at the Yorick, who's still not going to get that turret. TPM, Vampire on a flank behind, gets a decent engage, but Gala still manages to get out to safety. Mako just doesn't give a damn. There is no follow-up. Vampire sidestep the Solar Flare, but there's then in range for the pillar. Comes on out. Morning Mist comes on down, but the rainbows that Yorick throws do not match the damage from Gala, who finally gets a kill on someone that is not Trundle.
And our Vampire's on a comfort pick of the Rel, but it's not an easy game to make things work. Normally you think, well, you know, there's a lot of immobile targets you can engage onto. You are the only engage. And if you do go in, you're very likely to get countered. Flash forwards Taeyun, forced to cleanse.
It is going to cleanse, but then it leaves Karis out to try. He tries to speed his way out. Oh my god, the burst.
Now, sadly, just as we were talking about that trivia, 2 kills picked up by
Go
Garlas.
down at this point to a quick combo. Got Thornmail now. He's 12. He's level 12. 7 stacks on the ult. He's 3k HP to work with. Mako might be in danger here as they try to engage onto him. The Mountain comes on down. The Shy in a 1v2 and just doesn't seem to care all that much as Gala helps murder that Rel alongside JJ, who picks up another kill. And then Gala will then get the existing one onto Monkey. Cho'Gath feasts the rise and everyone's just dying. Taeyun and Cube need to keep running, but Rookie, with the speed up from the Molten Shield, gets another stun, and they just pick up 4. This snowball is unrelenting.
And WE, who have so often been that team that can do the creative engage when they fall just a little bit behind, have not been able to do so. Taeyun, no cleanse, no flash Mako. If you can hit a Zenith Blade, maybe something more interesting can happen, especially with Gala bringing in the wave. This is free fall now.
I mean, just go find Cloud. It's a Final Fantasy at 20 moment, really. This game is over.
Did you just say find Cloud? That's a Final Fantasy at 20 because it's FF.
Yeah, I did.
That's a really good line.
I quite liked it.
How did you? Don't think you could just slip that in there and make it mean that I would just miss it. That's a great line. Dragon is now up. And while normally I would be against, you know, destroying the Earth and its creations because it does tend to annoy Genova, IG might have.
I've got Mako. I mean Mako. I mean.
And Mako. I mean Mako. I mean Jeje. I mean.
Jeje 20. He's just. Oh my god. He's in a 1v2 and doesn't give a damn. And he healed himself back up off the grub. Did not have the subjugate up and available.
And if he had that, would have been absolutely disgusting. Vampire now caught out a little bit too, tried to go help his jungler. That's the kind of play which might be able to turn things around, but Monkey just doesn't have the damage to beat out Jeje. He's way too strong in this Trundle.
He really is. He does feel a little bit like one of those Final Fantasy raid bosses. Maybe there's 14 of them. He's got actually 14. He's got 13 kill participation. He's one more.
I'm just saying, if any of you played the Ruin King game, Viego was a hell of a boss fight.
He was.
We'll say though, I mean, my favorite boss fight, I really enjoyed the Thresh and the Mariko boss fights. They were really good. Honestly, all of the boss fights did a really good job of making the champions feel like the champions. Yorick had a cameo in there too.
TP bot side to back up Karis. They're playing for turrets because they can't play for the Adakar's. Like, look, we need to get gold somewhere because I look at the top of the screen and I kind of wince. That is Soul Point. That is loads of structures. That's grubs. That is a 8,000 plus gold lead on some truly horrifying members. This Trundle is a one-man army. Do at least get that level 10 Rod of Ages. They get the turret. That's something, but it is minor victories right now. That's the first turret of the game when you've got a Yorick Rise comp.
The Shy will clear through this as well. Very hard to just kill him under turret. If this Cho'Gath has been shut down, maybe you could look to burst him out as he looks to defend this. You can't even do that there. Taeyun getting another objective bounty, though.
Let's try and get something there, but we'll dive for it. Gets the bounty and trade for his life. Arguably worth with no drag or anything to trade out, so you take what you can get.
They get double objective bounties. That is a win for WE. It's just, will it be enough? Giving up the Atakan means that IG...
Allegedly up in CS, got a lot of kills. He's only 400 gold behind. That's the power of bounties, I guess, right there.
I never really liked Coconut anyway. Shy and Rookie, the solo laners teaming up again. Mako has ult.
Out comes the pillar. Solar Flare comes on down. Took me longer than I would have liked to get that one. True Shot Barrage splits the uprights. I think the Z-axis looked a bit funny there. I'm not going to lie to you all. Either way, True Shot Barrage does not. They do get the tier 2.
Getting stuff like flashes out of Cube, though, is a really big thing. I think Mako's had a great first 2 games. You know, the Alistair in game 1 had some clutch knockups. I think that here on Leona, he has been by far the better support. The support diff has been very, very hard, but I think the big thing for me, the support jungle.
Sole point for IG. They can, particularly with the Cho'Gath feast on top of it, make smite fights very tricky. This could get dicey. Here we go. Frozen Domain comes on down. There is the Pillar of Ice. JJ gets stunned up briefly, but just does not care. Does so much damage back. Finally gets to turn around. They turn the damage onto Monkey, onto Karis. Karis is gone. The Seraphs means nothing. Monkey flashes away to safety. JJ caught in the dark procession, trying to find some last rights, and unfortunately the only person who finds himself, but Monkey does get a reset. Gets the Leona, potentially important. Maybe they could be in trouble, but the true shot barrage claims another Taken Guard, cleanse away death. And Monkey in the Harrow Path might be able to find something, but he's caught between a rock and a hard place, trying to clear the way for Karis. Sorry, JJ, very much not Karis, will force Monkey away.
A brief moment, maybe a needle to thread there in the team fight with resets from Monkey, but they're too far behind.
Has there been any other team who has been quite so aggressive? Smite fight over the dragon, not going to come down 2 HP. It ended up at, and they might be looking for their 16,001th. Monkey is feasted by the Shine and crest them over the big round number.
There was a brief hope of stopping the Mountain Soul. Dashed. IG have themselves the Uber buff. No dragons for a WE this game. They got 3 in the last one. It has been a torrid time for them. It's a fun say phrase, say that, torrid time. WE, they might be hearing that a little bit more if things continue this way. They lose this one, they've lost 2 games on red side. Even if they were to win a game, they'd have to fight back from the disadvantageous side here in the LPL playoffs. IG marching towards the Nexus.
1 game away from top 3. 1 game away from loss for WE. They have to find the reverse sweep from this point, and IG just look better. They have mauled this early game. They have drafted for aggression, and fighting and skirmishing.